Hey there, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I got a tip this morning. It just come to my brain. For all of y'all people that are in your late 50s and above. If you're in your late 50s and above. I had a episode happen to me about almost 2 weeks ago that happened to me out of the blue. Never had anything like this happen before, and I thought I would share it with you. So if you happen to experience anything like this, you'll you kind of know what you might be dealing with. So this pertains to male or female. As long as you're 55 plus, this pertains to you. So about 2 weeks ago, and don't mind my head wrap. I know folks is on there looking at my head wrap, probably rolling their eyes. And at this point, if you know me by now, you know I don't care. You know I don't care. I'm getting old. My hair's getting thin, which is the only thing that's getting thin. But my hair's getting thin. I just don't want to deal with it. I put it up in this, and I just keep rolling. So just ignore it, and let's roll on. So anyway, I was sitting on the couch one night about 9:30, I guess it was. Norman had already gone to bed, and I was just sitting on the couch watching the television, not doing a thing strenuous, not a thing. And just out of the blue, out of the left-hand corner of my left eye, I started seeing flashes of light. Flashes of light, I kid you not, just in this right, the left-hand corner of my left eye. And it was just like a strobe light, or somebody just holding a flashlight up to the side of my eye and just clicking it on and off, on and off. Well, that's what I was seeing, flashes of light. And I thought, just out of the blue. And I thought, rub my eye, and I thought, man, that never happened. That's weird. And so my eye didn't feel right. It didn't hurt, but it felt kind of different. And so I thought, well, this is just odd. So I put some drops in my eyes that I had on the nightstand beside the couch, and I thought, well, maybe that'll help kind of clear it up, So I put some drops in my eye. And it was kind of bugging me a little bit, so I just went on to bed. And Norman was still awake, and I told him, I said, I don't know, something's wrong with my eye, and I'm just seeing flashes of light. I don't know what's up with that. And, if you're seeing flashes of light, and you're not at the disco like you were back in the day, where the strobe lights was really, getting it, and you were just dancing to beat the band, you nowhere near being at a disco. You sitting at home on the couch and you seeing strobe lights, something wrong. So I told him, I said, I got something wrong with my eye. I'm seeing flashing lights, but anyhow. So I went to sleep, closed my eyes, and didn't see it after I closed my eyes. And so I went on to sleep. And actually, the next morning when I woke up, I had really kind of forgot about it. Well, as soon as my feet hit the floor, I woke up about 5 o'clock in the morning. It was still dark. I needed to go to the restroom. And it was still dark. And as soon as my feet hit the floor, I started seeing these flashes of light again. I said, "Oh boy, this is not good." So I told Norman, I said, "Nah, I'm still seeing these flashes of light, and I'm calling the doctor this morning." So I did. I waited, on up later in the morning after it got daylight. Well, after it got daylight, the flashes of light went away. But then I was seeing big black floaters just through the side of my vision, left eye. Black floaters. I mean, and I'd be dodging because I'd think it's a fly, it's a bug, it's a spy. I mean, it just looked like something just flying across your eye. Black floaters. Okay, never had that either. So I called my doctor and he told me, they worked me right on in, told me, yep, need to come on in. So I went in and they dilated my eyes really bad and did took a, I guess more or less what you call an x-ray where they could see the back of my eye and the whole eyeball and what have you, and everything. So in a little bit, he come in and he sat down and he said, well, your retina is all intact, which is good. Usually flashing lights and black floaters are a sign of a tear in your retina or possibly a detached retina. And he said, your retina and all is perfectly fine, both eyes. Your no tears whatsoever. The blood vessels in your eye are they're open and flowing good, not a problem there. Everything looks good. And I said, if everything looks good, why am I seeing flashing lights and black floaters during the day? And he kind of grinned and he said, well, he said, as when we are born, and he said the eyeball itself is encircled with a vitreous gel that surrounds the eyeball. And he said that gel is a really thick, firm, just kind of a hardish type gel that surrounds the eyeball. And he said, that's all really, thick and firm. And he said, as time goes on, and I said, as time goes on, so in other words, you're saying, getting old? And he kind of grinned and he said, and as time goes on, more or less, yeah. And he said, as time goes on, that vitreous gel starts to thin. I thought, well, that's the only thing I got thinning other than my hair. And he said, the gel starts to thin. And he said, when it does, in some places, it may get so thin that a piece of that gel kind of breaks off or snaps off. And when it does, it starts drifting and settling. And that's what's causing you to see those flashing lights. Or during the daytime, if it's drifting and settling, it'll cause you to have black floaters. And I said, well, is this gonna go away? I mean, my eyes kind of got a film over it. It's kind of blurry, and all that he said was normal. And he said over a course of a few days, maybe weeks, that gel will float and settle where it's going, and it may completely go away, and you may still see a flash or a floater every once in a while. It's just something that happens as you get older. So that's a sign. So if you're, and I wasn't doing a thing. I was sitting on the couch watching TV, not doing anything strenuous. Nothing, just out of the blue. So if this happens to you, and you start seeing flashing lights or black floaters, it could be a sign of a serious problem. In fact, they want to see me back in a month for another checkup to make sure that my retina is still, you know, fully attached and that I don't have any tears, and just for a follow-up. But if you do see flashing lights or black floaters, don't put it off, because if you do have a tear or a detached retina, it could lead to permanent vision loss. And he said I did the right thing by coming in just as soon as possible. So if you're seeing, I'm still, it's been about 2 weeks now almost, and I'm still seeing bits of flashings of light and black floaters a little bit. I've quit dodging so much when I see the black floaters. And so, but when I see the flashes of light, if I'm at the house at nighttime and I'm seeing those flashes of light, I just kind of reminisce and go back to the disco days, and just give you a little piece of what I do. I mean, I'm getting older. I mean, you're gonna have stuff to ail you. You might as well just kind of roll with it. So I just take it all in stride. And so when I start seeing those flashing lights, this is what I do. And I hit this right here, and here we go. Y'all remember that? Electric Avenue. Oh, I remember the day back in the club. Yeah, I'm going to get off of here because this is bringing back some memories, and I'm going to finish dancing this out so y'all don't pertain to me. But if y'all see flashing lights and you're not at the disco, go on to the eye doctor because you got a problem. But I'm going to roll on out with Electric Avenue, so catch you next time.